in this video, we will study about the sinusoidal signal. These are another type of basic signals or elementary signals. So how can you define this sinusoidal signal? It can be x of t that is equal to a sine omega naught t plus phi, or x of t is equal to a cos omega naught t plus phi. Okay, these are the sinusoidal signals where a will be the amplitude, phi will be the phase shift, that is in radians, omega naught t, it will be the phase angle, it is in radians, because radian per second into second, it will give you radians. Omega naught is angular frequency, which is in radian per second. Then omega naught is equal to 2 pi f naught, okay, where f naught is your linear frequency, which is in hertz. Okay, so this is all about the terms which are used in this definitions. Okay, x of t is equal to a sine omega naught t plus phi, x of t is equal to a cos omega naught t plus phi. So what is this amplitude actually, and what is this phase shift? So if I consider a sine signal, okay, you know the sine signal, okay, it will be represented like this, right? Sine signal. What is this amplitude? Amplitude is nothing but it is the height from the center till the peak. This is the peak, right? This is the center. From center to the peak, whatever the height is there, that will be your amplitude. Likewise, here also, this is the amplitude, that is equal to A. Then what is this phase shift? This phase shift, it tells us like by which amount the signal is shifted, that is in the horizontal direction. Like if I have sin t like this, and if I am going to shift it by 5, okay, 5. Now what happens? I will consider here like this. Okay, so I was having the axis here, right? So now I am shifting it. So this one will be our phase shift, phi. Okay, so in the horizontal direction, it will be shifted. Sometimes they will be using the constant terms here like 2, 1, that will be indicating your vertical shift, like it will be shifted above or it will be shifted below. But now we will be studying about the horizontal shift. Okay, so this is the phase shift. Next, I will represent this signals. Okay, so if I consider, say sinusoidal signals, means sine signals or the cos signals, they do not have starting or ending points. Okay, so this is our sine signal. I will consider it as a sine t, where the a is the amplitude. Okay, so this is our sine signal, that is the time here is t. Okay, I can write it like this also, in terms of a sine pi t. So here it will be 0, pi, 2 pi, then you have 3 pi, 4 pi, right? So sine value will be equal to 1 when it is equal to like pi by 2, right? So see, when it is pi by 2, the value is 1. Sine pi, it is equal to 0, 2 pi 0, 3 pi 0, okay? Then here 3 pi by 2, that is minus 1, but here I am considering the amplitude A. So here we will be having minus A. This is A and this is minus A. So if I consider A sine pi t, then if I consider the time axis as pi t, there will be no difference in the signal. But If it is with respect to t, then what happens? I will divide it with pi. Okay, so every point will be divided by pi now. Okay, so it will be 4, this will be 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, this is a and this is your minus a. This is with respect to t. Next we can have a sine omega t. A sine omega t. Here I will consider omega t. Okay, so 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. So sine omega t, that is, if I substitute omega t as 0, sine 0 is 0. If I substitute it as pi, okay, sine pi is again 0. If I substitute it as pi by 2, sine pi by 2 will be equal to 1. So 1 into a, that will be equal to a. So this is your amplitude a and minus a. So if I consider a sine pi omega t, a sine pi omega t. If it is with respect to pi omega t axis, then we will have the same signal. Okay, but it's like if I want it with respect to omega t, I will divide it by pi. Okay, pi omega t divided by pi, it will give you omega t. So divided by pi, it will be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So now you substitute 0 in the place of omega t. So it will be 0. If it is 1, okay, I will consider 1 by 2. Omega t is 1 by 2 means sine pi by 2, that will be equal to 1. So 1 into a, that will be your a, and this one will be your minus a. So these are your sinusoidal signals, okay, with respect to sine. Like this you can represent the cosine function also, okay. Cos omega t, cos t, cos pi omega t with respect to omega t, and with respect to pi omega t you can see, and then you can do it with omega t. So cos is like this. It goes on, okay, it goes on. These are the periodic signals actually, the cos and sine signals. These are the periodic signals, and sine will be your odd signal and cos will be your even signal. You will study about the odd and even signals in the next videos. Okay, so this value is a and here it will be minus a. You know this is cos t and this is your t. Okay, so cos 0 will be equal to 1, cos pi by 2, that will be equal to 0. Then you have cos pi, that will be equal to minus 1. So minus 1 into a, that will be your minus a, which is the amplitude. Okay, so this is the cosine. So you can represent the cosine also like this. Okay, like cos pi omega t with respect to omega t, cos omega t with respect to omega t. Okay, now let us consider one example. Like if I have x of t, that is equal to 2 sine 100t plus 1, then how we are going to represent this? So you know sine signal, okay, it will be represented like this. First I will be performing the shifting operation here, that is by 1 unit. Okay, 1 unit, it will go something like this. Okay, then what happens? You have to scale it by the factor 100. That means, okay, you have, okay, sorry, I have shifted it to right. It should be shifted towards left because it is the advanced, right? Now you will have 0.01. So 0.01 will be your shift, phase shift. Okay, then 2 will be your amplitude, 1 by 100 will be your phase shift. You can also write this as taking 100 common, t plus 1 by 100. This one will be your phase shift. This one will be your amplitude. Okay. So these are few points about the cosine and the sine angle, sine signals, and how do we represent that, and what is this phase shift. When it comes about the period of cosine and sine signals, it will be t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught. All the continuous time sinusoidal signals will be periodic. Okay, that with the period, fundamental period 2 pi by omega naught. So if I consider sine 100 pi t, what will be the period of this? Okay, so this is in the form sine omega naught t. So here in this case, omega naught will be equal to omega naught will be equal to 100 pi. So t will be equal to 2 pi divided by 100 pi. That will be equal to 1 by 50 seconds. Okay, so this one will be your time period. If I consider sine 100t, okay, is this periodic? Yes, this is periodic. See here, omega naught is 100. So if I substitute that, t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught, that means 2 pi by 100 seconds. So both are periodic. So all the continuous time sinusoidal signals will be periodic signals. Likewise, if I consider cos 200 pi t, here the time period will be equal to, this is omega naught. So t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught, that is equal to 2 pi divided by 200 pi. So that will be equal to 1 divided by 100 seconds. Okay, so this is all about the period of sinusoidal signals.